grateful I'm yours. Oh, how I need thee to walk beside me. I realized something the other day. Oh, how I need thee. Of all the things that we go through as saints, we give up everything as we learn to give it up. We give it up for God, to walk for God, to live for God, to shine for God, because He's worth it. He created everything. He created us. He made a way for us to be saved, and it's beautiful, the love that He has for His people. And while I'm living, doing the things that I think will please Him, learning how to conquer my flesh so that I can walk more closely to Him and be a light, I found out that you can become very weary, that you really have to watch yourself, that you cannot allow yourself to be weak, not weak in your body if you can help it, and not weak in your mind. Speaking of which, I've been going through something with my doctors. You know, I've never been treated the way that I was supposed to be treated, and it's okay, because when you're saved, you can walk in a room and people will hate you. You can smile and they will detest you. On a whim, on a moment, because they belong to the enemy, and you got to pray. Ask God to push the enemy back for their souls. You got to forgive them. You got to look past your own ego, your own mind, your own way of thinking, and look on what God said, and work through that and love that person that's doing wrong. So while I'm learning that, and I'm going to the doctors, and you're there and you want them to help you, and you open up to them, I found out they weren't helping me much at all. In fact, they were getting on my nerves. So what I began to do was just call out to God. And every time I called out to God, He helped me. Every time I leaned on God, He was there. So I began to call out to God. Now, I was 200 plus pounds, and now I'm looking at maybe sliding into a size 4 pretty soon. And I was getting frustrated, and I was getting tired, to say the least, mentally and physically. That's a big difference. But I said, you know what? Everybody has to go sometime. And something has to take us out. We're not going to live forever down here, nor should we want to. So maybe this is the thing that will take me out. And I begin to feel joy. I begin to be happy. So I want a prayer for my soul. I want to make sure everything is all right, so I can ease out of here with love in my heart and peace. And know exactly where I'm going. And do you know that I found out that I wasn't going anywhere? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm thin like this. I'm hungry like this. I'm tired like this. Frustrated like this, and I'm not going out. Okay, now I really gotta check myself. God is in control. See, I didn't want to be like Hezekiah. I didn't want to ask for more time and end up messed up. So I was willing to trust God because it was an easy way out. But I found out it's not just dying for God that you can live for, but it's living for God that also matters. And the way of the transgressor is hard, and I will not be a transgressor, so I've got to live for God. I've got to take what I need to take. And I had to find out that though the doctors sound like they don't make any sense, I've been calling on God. You know, we call on God to lead the doctor's hands, to give them the wisdom that they were taught, to give them the wisdom that He wants them to have. When they mess with His people, when they cut us open, when they prescribe, we want the doctors to know what they're doing. We want them to think outside of the box of what they think for themselves and their own mentality, their own way, and do it the way that God would have them to do it. When they're working on us, our friends, our loved ones, this is what we want. So this is kind of what I was praying.
3 minutes. 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 3
Wow, when I knew that I had to listen to them, knowing of all the hurtful things they've done to me, said to me, hurt my body, was unsanitary, all of the things I went through, and these are the people I have to listen to. Oh, I had to hit that ego, and I had to grab it and hold it still, and I had to beat it down, because then I remembered how the man in the Bible, Naaman, had leprosy and he wanted help. And he was told to do something, and he didn't want to go to the place that he was told to go to get that healing. And he began to think about it. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to do that thing, but doing that thing would get him that healing. And I thought about me having to listen to the people that hurt me, to the people that disrespected me, to listen to the people that does not fully listen to me. And I said, how can I do this? But I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. So when I go to these doctors, I'm going to put everything in God's hands. Even though I'm sitting there in that doctor's face, I'm going to keep my faith in God. I'm going to hold up that shield of faith, and I'm going to hold on to what I've learned about God, and I'm going to put my trust and myself into God's hands and see what He will cause the doctors to do, because I belong to the Most High King, and I said that He can have all of me. It doesn't mean if I like it. It doesn't mean if I understand it. It doesn't mean if I choose it. It means if this is the way that God wants me to go, then this is the way that I must go. And I'll have to sit Kanata down and hold on to the hands of the one who took the nails for me. It's not my place, so no, to ask you why, oh Lord. So however you lead me, it's all okay.